And there's more breaking news coming in. The scale of hostilities is scaling up with each passing hour. Here's the latest that we're getting to you. A large column of Russian vehicles is now reported to be pushing into the city of Sumy from the side of Kimprom. This is in northeastern Ukraine. The military administration is reporting this. Civilians have been asked to be in a safe place, not to go out unnecessarily, and to stay out from windows. There were videos yesterday of damage done in civilian areas, and it appears that damage in civilian areas is continuing right now. Shelling reported very close to Sumy, which is another large urban center with a huge column of Russian vehicles witnessed not very far from the city of Sumy. Sumy is also a big city in northeastern Ukraine. Maria, you know, one of the big images that we've been getting since yesterday are these big convoys of Russian vehicles moving in. Help us understand and put into context, whether these images are actually being seen on the ground. Large columns of Russian tanks and, supply vehicles. It appears that the logistics element of the war effort is on the move, and they've come inside Ukraine in pretty big numbers. This latest one now from Sumy.
Yeah, you're right. There are really the reports of such, motorcades, columns of armed vehicles, of tanks, and also of vehicles carrying the supply of petrol, which are, by the way, are being covered as just, heavy carrier vehicles with some tents, so that they could not be targeted and seen as the vehicles which carry petroleum, actually. So I have to say that these pictures are coming also from social media, because we don't see such pictures here in Kyiv. In Kyiv, we are getting the report that the city is in siege now, and the Russians are trying to come closer to the city center, but there are here and there are fightings in the streets, but not the columns of Russian equipment, Russian military vehicles. Though we have seen such videos from Kharkiv, from also Sumy, and from Kherson as well, as you have mentioned just a minute ago. And there are also very, funny, interesting videos of people, Ukrainians, going in their cars, passing these columns of Russian equipment, and just can you hear the explosion? Yes. So this is
that, Maria.
What is
we just heard that
right now. Yes. So, and one more blast. I can't say what it is. It was also the same, as loud and the same way as we've heard it like 10 minutes ago when Rajesh was live.
Yeah.
So we are yet to understand what is happening, and maybe read some reports in several minutes and understand which targets have been damaged by this, because it can also be, the work of air defense, which targets missiles in the sky, and that is why the sound comes from this activity. So back to what you've asked about Russian military vehicles. So there are a lot of videos of Ukrainians passing these columns, standing near these vehicles and asking Russians, why do you come? Why did you come to my country? Why do you need this? So there are a lot of such videos, they boost morale really in Ukrainians, because Ukrainians are not afraid. And the answers that Ukrainians are getting in such videos are, really very strange. And these Russians don't even stick to their legends that they were on military drills and just messed their way. They do not know where they go. They're running out of petrol. So the picture is the following, and Ukrainians are trying, to even make fun of Russians who are trying to cover themselves and to look like they're locals. Ukrainians are asking them such small tests of are you a Russian or are you a Ukrainian, asking them to name, to pronounce a word, palamytsia. Palamytsia means a piece of special bread in Ukraine, and these Russians really failed to repeat this word. And it's like, the system of understanding: are you a Russian military or are you a Ukrainian military? When you see them in the field somewhere. But this is not the story for Kyiv. In Kyiv, we do not see such military columns. Only here and there, small groups on the spots, and they are targeted by Ukrainian army and by the territorial defense.
Stay with me, Maria. We also have an Indian Army veteran who has served in UN peacekeeping missions abroad. He's a specialist in urban warfare and logistics. He joins me live. Major Samar Tur. Major Samar, you've just heard what Maria has been telling us from Kyiv. The latest information is that large logistics supply lines have been witnessed heading into some of the urban centers of Ukraine, this time the Sumy city. Make sense of this for us. And did you want to add to what Maria was saying as well?
As far as Maria's statements are concerned, I would just like to put in the input that I got yesterday, is that the pro-Russian militia have entered Kiev and are donning the Ukrainian uniforms and setting up roadblocks. So basically, they are not letting the civilians leave at night. And if they are stopping the civilians, they are ending up shooting them, or there's been sabotage, or they've been chasing them. And at night, if you would have seen near a flyover where there was a gunfight taking place at night. So that is where these militias were identified as anti-Ukrainians. And then on identifying them as the militias, the firefight started, number one. Number two, these militias have been earmarking the buildings with red lights on the rooftops. So this has been happening for the past 3 days, but it is not being showed in the news much. So what is the strategy for them to earmark these buildings? I really wouldn't be able to tell you at the moment. But then the third aspect is, I find no logic of Russian logistics reaching first before its forces. Basically, it is supposed to be the forces reaching first in huge numbers, and then the logistic follows. And then these militia, the pro-Russian militia, they have been setting up these roadblocks. They are depicting themselves with deception as Ukrainians, and they've been giving constant inputs to the Russian forces.
We've got pictures of that actually. We've got pictures of that. I'm going to ask our producers to pull up a picture. We had pictures yesterday of a certain Russian army personnel who had dressed up as in the Ukrainian army uniform, who was subdued yesterday. We had still pictures yesterday. I'm going to put them on our screens in just a moment. Maria, can you confirm this for us, that there is, there are some pro-Russian militias or Russian soldiers who are putting on Ukrainian military uniforms in an effort to try and penetrate and infiltrate?
Yeah, right. I confirm this. We have seen such reports from the defense ministry, from the commander-in-chief, and from other military officials, saying that this is why the curfew is important, because these people are wandering all around the city, trying to sabotage the normal life, sabotage the situation, and also to help Russian army target the objects of critical infrastructure. There has also been the reports about these signs, which the expert has been talking. So, and all the civilians are asked to see if there are, to look around, their houses, to see if there are any marks, strange marks on, on the walls, on trees, and to destroy these marks, to cover them, because this could be a system for navigation of Russian aviation, Russian aircrafts. And there are also there have been several Telegram channels with the information, the recruitment of such air spotters who get $25 till $50 per one assignment of putting these marks on walls or establishing these marks on the roads. And this is really alarming and concerning, because these Telegram channels are created like yesterday or one day or 2 days ago, so when the invasion has already started. And it indicates all of us that Russians are really have more plans to target more objects than they have already done it. So not only the military objects, actually.
Okay, the number of updates are coming in. It's morning in Ukraine. The number of updates coming in from Kyiv and elsewhere, really, really rapid and non-stop. Day 4 appears to be moving at a much faster rate than the previous 3 days of this invasion. It's, round up to be about 100 hours of this military operation. Maria, continue to stay with us. We've got some more. We've got another update coming in now.